morning, yogis. Thank you for joining me. I'm Michelle, and this is a Vinyasa flow to work towards a peak pose of Firefly. It's an arm balance, requires quite a bit of flexibility in the legs, specifically the hamstrings, as well as flexibility in the lower back and strength in the upper body. So we'll get started on our backs. So I have a yoga strap. You can use a strap, a belt, a tie, a towel. We'll just start to open up the legs just a little bit before we really get flowing. So come to your back. Just take a moment. You can bring the knees together and the feet apart, or you can stretch long in a shavasana. Just take a few breaths to get into the here and now. Letting go of everything that came before and everything that's next. Let the before remain in the past and next be next. Be right here, right now. And take a full breath in. Exhale through the mouth side out, let it go. Breath in. Breath out. One more time. All right, go ahead and grab your strap and just wrap it around the ball of the right foot. So not the arch, not the heel, just right under the toes. The ball of the right foot. You can leave your left knee bent and your foot flat, but start to keep the right knee bent. Avoid going all out right away. And we're just going to drive the heel up and turn the toes in. And try to remember to contract the quads. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend the knee, pull the knee to the chest. Exhale, press the heel up and out. One more time. And then you can bring your right foot over to the right. Running out of room over here. Bring your right foot out to the right. And then you can let the left knee straighten. And again, we're just warming up, so you don't need to go crazy just yet. Even if the knee is bent here, it's okay. You just want to feel a gentle stretch in the hamstring as well as the inner thigh. Another breath. And then release. Let's do the other side. Again, under the ball of the left foot, keep the left knee bent, the right foot flat. Inhale, pull the knee to the chest. Exhale, press the heel up. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, press the heel away. Two more. Good, let's go out to the left. You can straighten the right knee if you like. It's just an active stretch to sort of warm up the muscles and open them up a bit. One more breath. Good, go ahead. Release your strap. And hug knees to chest. Let's just do a couple roll-ups and roll-backs. And then come all the way up to your tabletop position. Let's do some cat and cow. Fix my hair. All right. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Every time you think you push enough in your cat pose, push more and really feel that stretch across the upper back, even the lower back, and pull belly in a lot. This position is so important for our firefly. Right here, really push in and up. Good, 2 more. Good, we're gonna lift the right leg up here, stretch it back, cross it to the left side. So out to the left side of your mat. And then I'm gonna push my heel back and then turn my chin and look back towards the right heel on the left side. Press back through the heel, straighten out the knee as best you can. It should be a big stretch in the outer hip and the side obliques. Good. And then we'll take it all the way over to the right side and sort of sit back in like an extended child's pose, feeling that inner thigh stretch. And keep actively trying to push the sole of the foot down into the mat. One more breath. And then come up to your tabletop positions. Do it on the other side. Left leg long. Left foot out to the right side. Press back through the heel. And then turn your chin and look back. And breathe. Good, and now I'm going to move over and take it all the way to the left side. Push the sole of the foot, like the whole sole of the foot down. Open the right knee and then sit back into your extended child's pose. Good. All right, let's come into downward dog. Walk out your downward dog. Bend and straighten the knees and lift the heels. Move the hips and the spine around. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, press the heels back. Good. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, heels release. One more time. And walk your feet to the top of your mat and come to your ragdoll. So bend the knees here, please. A lot of people, especially for the halfway lift, they come up to their halfway lift and their hands are hanging, their spine is rounding, and their knees are hyperextended. The quads are not engaged. Weight is in the heels as opposed to over the whole foot. So we'll talk about that real quick. If you have super tight hamstrings, cool, no worries. Yoga will open them up as long as you do the poses properly. So your halfway lift is more of a spine lengthening than a hamstring hyperextender, okay? So I'd rather see halfway lift, hands to shins, or even hands to the knees and the knees bent than this. Knees hyperextended, quads not engaged. So this puts a lot of pressure on the joints behind the knees. It actually tightens up the hamstrings. So where you think you're kind of pushing the knees back and you're feeling a stretch, it's actually micro tearing those little muscle fibers in the hamstrings, which cause them to feel tighter after practice, okay? So just be mindful of your halfway lifts and the forward folds, okay? Okay, that being said, halfway lift, hands to shins or the mat or blocks. Weight evenly distributed over your feet, long spine. Exhale, fold and release. Again, knees bent and rib cage on the thighs. And if you can't get your rib cage to your thighs, guess what? Bend your knees as much as you need to. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, fold. Keep that micro bend in the knees for your halfway lift. Keep the micro bend in the knees for your forward fold. Inhale, grow tall to your highest mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Let it go. Again, bending the knees. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step back to your plank. High plank here. Really press up through the hands around the upper spine here. Strong, open fingers wide. Pull the belly in. Come up on tippy toes even. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, lower down, elbows hug. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You notice my knees are down, that's okay. Elbows are hugging the rib cage. Up dog or cobra. Let's hold here for a moment too. Squeeze your glutes and take your eye gaze to the right shoulder. And eye gaze to the left. And then downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Hips high and back. All right, bend your knees. Make your way to the top of your mat. Half lift, inhale. And exhale, fold. And so you notice sometimes I grab on my ankles to really pull down. But when I pull, I'm not creating space between my rib cage and my thighs. So my rib cage is on the thighs, to lengthen the spine. Grab the ankles and pull. Knees can be bent here as well. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift, long spine. Chaturanga. Actually, step back to your plank first. Hold here for 5. Strong plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to your chaturanga. Elbows hug. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up dog. Shift forward. Shoulders away from the ears. Tops of the feet to the floor. Squeeze your butt. Open your heart. And downward dog. Exhale. Bend your knees, step, hopper, float, halfway lift, inhale. My cat's making noise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift, inhale, long spine. And exhale, plank. One more strong plank here. Lower down, chaturanga, elbows hug the rib cage. Put your knees down if you need to, look forward. Push forward, tops of the feet to the floor, up dog or cobra. And then downward dog, exhale. All right, let's make our way to the top of your mat. Step, hop, or float. Halfway lift. Lengthen spine. Exhale, fold and pull. Inhale, rise. Tall mountain. And exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight in your heels. Shoulders relax. Lift the toes. Pull belly in. Bring your upper body back, hips down, lower. Breath in and breath out, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, take your vinyasa. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg high, 3-legged dog. Reach your right leg really high. Keep the hips square. And then bend your knee and stack your hips. Engage the left leg quadriceps. So squeeze them. Feel the kneecap lift up. This helps to release the hamstring. So it's called reciprocal innervation. It's a thing. You contract one muscle group, the opposite muscle groups, then relax. Step through, find warrior 1. Exhale. Rise on inhale. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the mat, take your vinyasa. And left leg high, three-legged dog. Hip square to start. Engage the right leg quadriceps. Now bend and stack the knee. Stack the hips. Keep squeezing those right leg quadriceps. If you look at your kneecap, when you squeeze the quads, you see the kneecap move. And so then you know when the kneecap lifts up, your quads are engaged. And step through, find warrior one. Right heel swivels down, rise up. Good, hands to the mat, take your vinyasa. Up dog. Down dog. Exhale. Reset. Every time we come back to down dog, lift your heels, bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Halfway lift at the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your hands. Step back to your plank, lower down to your low plank. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Right foot stretch high. Bend knees, stack hips. Right foot step through, warrior one. Plant the left heel. Rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Frame your foot. Step back and take your vinyasa. Elbows hug. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg high. Bend, stack, and open. Left foot through, warrior one. Right heel swivels down, rise up. Inhale. And exhale. Step back to your vinyasa, lower down. Up dog. Down dog. Exhale. All right, bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, step back, take your vinyasa. High plank to low plank, knees up or down, elbows in. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. And right foot step through. And find your low lunge. You can drop the left knee. Breathe in. And breathe out, shift back to your half split. So drive the heel forward of the front leg. And keep your hips over the back knee. From here, we're going to do a little cat-cow in our half split. Also, going to squeeze quadriceps here. Inhale to cow pose, arching the spine, bringing the chest forward, and then exhale, pull the belly in round. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Come back forward to your runner's lunge. Lift the knee. Actually, just kidding. Don't lift the knee. And we're going to pivot to the left and find a modified side plank. So left hand to the mat. Right arm is up. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the right arm overhead. And then we're going to inhale, rise up to gate pose. So lift the left hand off the mat. Right hand slides down the right leg. Reach up and over. Keep pushing your hips forward. Entire right foot is on the mat. Feel the right inner thigh stretch. Good. Exhale. Back to your side plank. Good. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, come forward, runner's lunge. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Back heel lifted. Run out of room here. Fly forward to warrior three. Balance on that right leg. So micro bend the right knee and stretch back through the heel of the left leg. Breathe in. Exhale. Exhale. Last one. And breathe out, rise up, pick up the left leg forward, kick your heel. 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab your big toe or the knee. I'm going to grab my knee on this side because I have no room. And then open the left knee to the left. You can take eye gaze to the right. Good, come forward. And then step back, runner's lunge. Right leg, three-legged dog. Lift high. Bend the knee, stack the hips, flip your dog if you like, or stay here. Find your back bend of that flip dog. Float back around. Three-legged dog, inhale. And then exhale, step through. Finish in chair pose. Hands heart center and twist right. 5 breaths. You can stay here, you can open the arms, you can find side crow if you like. We'll talk about side crow another day. Good, exhale, fold. And let's do that on the other side. Rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend, stack, and open. Remember to engage the quads on the right leg. And step through. Find your runner's lunge. Take a breath. Feel the stretch in the right hip. And we're going to shift back to your half split. Again, drive your heel into the mat. Lift your toes. Squeeze your quads. Inhale to cow. Arch the spine as much as you can. Exhale to round. Pull belly in. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Feels good. Come up, and we're going to pivot now to the right. Place the left foot down. Find your modified side plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift the upper arm up. Reach up and over down the left leg. And find your gate pose. Reach up and over. One more modified side plank. And then pivot forward back to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted, so push that knee back, bring the heel forward, rise up. Pull belly in. And fly forward to our warrior 3. Lift the back leg off the mat. Stretch the arms forward. Micro bend the standing knee and press back through the heel of the flying leg, the right leg. Take a breath here. And rise to your right leg forward, hands to hips, pull belly in, kick the right heel forward. 5, 4, 3, squeeze the quads. 2, 1. Peace fingers, grab the big toe or grab your knee. Push the heel forward and bring the foot out or the knee out. Open the hip. Chest up here. So if your knee is still bent, your hamstring's not there yet, or your leg is straight, that's okay. Keep pushing the heel out. Keeping the chest lifted and the Uddiyana Bandha in. Bring the right leg forward. Runner's lunge, hands to the mat. Three-legged dog, left leg high. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Flip your dog. Hips up. Reach up and back, find your back bend. And release. Take your vinyasa. Oops, I forgot a chair twist. So step forward, toes, heels together, hands in prayer, and twist left. Take your elbow either between the two knees or outside of the left knee. Open the arms if you like. Release and fold. open the feet a bit, about shoulder or hip width. And again, micro bend the knees, peace fingers, grab the big toes, halfway lift, lengthen the spine as best you can, and then exhale, fold. And rise up halfway, slide your hands under your foot all the way up to the wrist, all the way up to the wrist. Not just the fingers, but that whole palm underneath your toes. And wiggle a little bit, massaging the hands. And then roll into your yogi squat or maybe crow pose. Yogi squat, knees open and spine long. Crow pose. Open the fingertips wide like crow's feet, yeah? I like to start with my feet together, my hands about shoulder or hip width distance. Come up high on tippy toes. Bend your knees. You can start with bent elbows, but you want to work toward straightening the arms. And then shift forward into the fingertips. Lift the toes. Bring the toes up towards your tail. And then let's just kick right back to chaturanga. Go. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees. Step, hop, or float. Half lift. Top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, let it go. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, take your vinyasa. Knees can be up or down, elbows hug in. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to your down dog. Inhale, right leg high, bend the knee, stack the hips. Exhale, step through warrior two this time. Left heel swivels down. Cartwheel, hands open. Take eye gaze over the front arm, the right arm. And bend into the right knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. And exhale, straighten the leg and find triangle pose. So again, try to contract your quadriceps here. So if you only come halfway down, because when you contract your quadriceps, you can't reach the floor, that's okay. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep the left hand down. We'll revolve our triangle, so maybe close your feet a little bit, but square the hips forward. Inhale, left hand down, inside or outside the right foot. Bring the right hip back and the left hip forward. Reach up with the right arm. Maybe eye gaze up to your upper hand. Squeeze the tops of your inner thighs together. Good, release, right hand to the mat, bring your foot. Do a little bit of cat and cow in our pyramid here. So step the left foot back and make your 10 toes face forward. We'll inhale to lengthen spine, and then exhale, round in. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, round in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round in. Step forward into standing split. Lift your back foot off the mat. Stretch it really high. I like to wrap my right hand around the right heel and then kick up with the toes of the left leg, the left glutes engaged. Bring your chest down. Squeeze the quads of the right leg. Glutes of the left leg. Kick high. And then release and fold forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Let it go. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, left leg high, three-legged dog, bend the knees, stack the hips. And And step through to your warrior two. Again, right heel down, left knee bent, left arm forward, eye gaze over the left arm. Open your heart, bring your arms back. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, straighten the knee and find your triangle pose. Again, squeeze these quads. Pull belly in. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Exhale, round down. Maybe adjust the footfall if you're not there yet with the hamstrings. Otherwise, keep your feet as they are and try to make that twist. But that right hip comes forward and the left hip shifts back. 2 hips in line. Good, release, frame your foot. Step the right foot in a bit, and then 10 toes facing forward for pyramid. We'll inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round in. So push your fingertips into the mat. Pull the belly in. Round the spine, pull the belly in. Forehead to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forehead to knee. Chin to chest, roll in. Good, 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one. So good, all right. Step forward into your standing split. Left hand grabs the left heel, right hand in place of where your right foot was. Kick. Point your toes and kick. Bring your chest down the thigh and kick. Keep kicking. Kick more. Good, mountain pose. We meet, fold forward. Rise tall. Then take a vinyasa, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Top of the mat, half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to your tall mountain. Maybe a little back bend here, why not? Push your weight into your heels. Pull the belly in, but relax it at the same time. Squeeze your glutes, lift your rib cage. Reach up, reach back. Good, release. Hands heart center, Samasthiti, hands by your side, mountain pose. Okay. Step your right foot back and pivot to the long side of the mat. Here we are, Prasarita Padottanasana with a stretch. Okay, so get your feet parallel, side by side, wide open, but they're parallel. Heels behind your toes, arms parallel to the floor. Lift your chest, squeeze your quads, shift weight into your toes, and fold forward, pull the belly in, flat back as you swan dive down to the mat. Okay, now try to grab your heels from the outside, stepping on all 10 fingers of each hand. Shift maximum weight into your toes. Body weight comes forward. Squeeze your quads and pull. Bend your elbows. Squeeze the quads, push the knees back. Pull the crown of the head down to the mat. Bend the elbows, touch the shins with your elbows. Keep pulling. Pull more. Lock your knees without hyperextending. So quads engage, kneecaps lift up, weight in the toes. Crown of the head is almost to the floor. Pull so forward, I come forward. You kind of roll forward like a wheel, really. It's so much you're pulling that you might roll over. Like I almost did. Pull more. Pull. Squeeze your quads, push your knee back. Pull. Pulling is the object of stretching, so keep pulling. Good, release. Find your hands in the center and a nice long spine. So, 2 things. If your knees aren't locked out, and your hamstrings are super tight, and you reach for the feet, and you're kind of rounding, and the knees are bent, and your posture kind of looks like this, just like we were talking about in that forward fold. If I'm rounding, I'm looking behind me. I'm not doing nothing good for my hamstrings or my back or anything. So if you cannot reach your heels, you open your feet wider. If you still can't reach your heels, bring your hands to the mat in front of you. Focus on squeezing the knees, or squeezing the quads, pushing the knees back, shifting weight into the toes, lengthening the spine. So like crown of head to the floor is with a nice long spine, not a rounded spine. So I keep my eye gaze on the mat between my feet, and I pull and pull and pull, squeezing quads, crown of the head to the floor, elbows touch the shins. Eye gaze looking up towards my third eye, really looking towards that point on the floor between my heels. Nice flat back, nice straight legs. That's what we're getting for, and as long as you focus on the alignment rather than the depth, you will get there. Okay, so that being said, now that our legs are nice and open, yeah? Let's come into a little skandasana. So bend the right knee, lift the left toes. Deep side lunge, you can bring hands to heart. Just take a few breaths here. Flex your right foot, left foot, whatever foot you are, the leg is long. Good, hands to the mat, or maybe hands free and just go to the other side. Good, back to the right. Maybe a bind, second round. Maybe no hands to the left. Again, your bind if you like. Or use your strap or towel. Go ahead, come back to center. Close the feet a little bit. Find your yogi squat, heels in, toes out. Press the elbows against the knees and really lengthen the neck up, the crown of the head up, tailbone down. Good. For one more breath. Exhale, fold. All right, let's do bird of paradise, yeah? So bend the right knee a little. Slide the right arm, shoulder, try to get your shoulder behind your knee. Okay, the wrapper is the grabber. Right hand grabs the left fingers or the wrist. Shift weight into the left foot. Pull your belly in, slowly stand up. Pick up the right leg with you. 1, 2, 3. Stand up tall. When you're ready, start to straighten the right leg. Kick. Straighten the knee, point the toe. Straighten your standing knee. Release. Other side. Slide the left arm under the left knee. Try to get that shoulder behind the knee. Turn the hand. Again, wrapper's the grabber. So try to grab the right wrist with the left hand. If you can't, and you're just like locking the fingers, that's cool too. Shift weight into the right foot. Pull belly in. Slowly stand up. On your exhale. Lift your chest. Lift your drishti. And kick. Release. Yogi squat once more. Take a moment. So if your bird of paradise is not there yet, and you're just working on standing on the one leg, so yeah, If you can't get that bind yet, you can, like I said, use a strap. Use your strap underneath to grab, or you can just start bending the knee and squeezing the quads of the standing knee, bending the right knee, and just really hug the right knee into the chest. So start here. You know, if you don't have that bind yet, just start by standing on the one leg and hugging the other leg into the chest. Okay, cool. All right, let's do our Firefly. We're ready. Who else is ready out there? Okay, so Firefly. I'll turn sideways again. But my feet are about, I don't know, shoulder width distance apart, hip width, shoulder width, and I'm going to kind of work my belly way down low, knees bent. Slide those shoulders underneath the knees. Place your hands outside of the heels, fingertips pointing forward, hands palms flat. Bend your elbows like chaturanga arms, and then lift the feet off. Start to wrap the feet to get that nice tight squeeze. And then start to straighten out the legs. You can even start with knees bent. Stretch the legs up. Whew. And then push your hands hard into the mat like those planks we did. Point your toes, eye gaze forward, kick, squeeze inner thighs into the shoulders. Good, release, maybe hips come down first. Stretch the legs up. And then release, Baddha Konasana here, feet together. And fold forward. Nice job, you guys. Let it go. Roll up. Feet come together. Let's lower to our boat pose. So roll back. And roll up to your boat. You can hold on to the knees. You can put the feet down, or you can stretch the feet up and lift the arms up. Boat pose, Navasana. Inhale, lower your boat. Exhale, boat lifts. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 3 more. 2. 1. Let's row our boat. So for this one, it always goes in my back if my legs are up. Anytime I start twisting, I start feeling it more in my back, so I put my feet down. Lift your chest, pull your belly in. Hands in heart center, Anjali Mudra, and we'll just twist for 20, 19, 18. Tap the mat with fingertips on either side if your back feels okay about it. Keep those knees together. Arms up. Slowly lower back. Hold here at the bottom. 10, 9, maybe arms overhead. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Take a few breaths. Let's do some rock and rolls. So cross the ankles, grab the outsides of your feet, and rock for 3 times. 2, 1 more. Hands to the top of your mat. Send your feet back. Take your vinyasa. Down dog. And then come forward and drop your knees. This little round is really, feels so good on the spine. So I'll show you first. It's going to be camel, rabbit, and then half tortoise, and we're going to flow them. So back bend to a forward compression to a spinal extension all together. If you have a bun on your head, you might want to move it out of the way. So first we'll push up into a camel pose and hold their knees about 6 inches apart, tops of the feet on the floor. Press your hips forward, lift your rib cage, drop your head back as far as it goes. Stay here, or maybe grab your heels one by one. Push your hips forward. Hands back to your hips. Sit back down on your heels. This time, bring your toes and heels together. For rabbit pose, 2 things to remember. Don't push your head into the floor and don't turn your head. Okay, so once I'm into the pose, I don't turn my head, I don't push my head into the floor. And everything from there is gravy, okay? Grab your heels from behind. Thumbs on the outside, fingers on the inside. Pointy part of the elbows pointing outside. Tuck your chin to your chest, pull your belly in. Round the spine already. Forehead comes to the knees. Exhale, breathing. Grab your heels, get a good grip, don't lose the grip. Exhale, lift your hips away from the heels, forehead on the knees. Pull. Lift your hips, pull more, pull harder, keep pulling. And then slowly sit down, keeping hold of the heels. Spine rolls up 1 vertebra at a time, head comes up last. And then from there we do half tortoise, so bring the arms overhead, kneeling position. Hands come into prayer overhead. Keep your arms with your ears, stretch up, inhale. And then exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Forehead touches the mat, baby fingers touch the mat. Sorry. Drama. Stretch your arms forward. So this is not a child's pose. We're actively stretching forward and sitting back into the heels as best we can. Shoulders, big stretch. Long spine, big stretch. And then inhale, arms with the ears, hands, palms pressed together. Rise up. And then release, hands by your sides. So, let's flow that 2 times. I'm just going to start out by grabbing my heels. So grab your heels. All right, push your hips forward and up. Sorry. Lift up, hands to hips. Grab your heels 1 by 1. Drop your head back. Not warm enough. Sit down, chin comes down, pull the belly in, round forward, forehead to knees, lift your hips. Exhale, inhale, sit down, roll up, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. One more breath. Stretch up, arms and ears together. Arms down by your side. Let's see if we can do that holding the heels the whole time this time. Grab those heels. Ready, set, go. Push up. Look back. Sit down. Pull belly in, chin to chest. Roll forward, forehead to knees. Grab your heels. Lift your hips. Round forward. Don't push your head in the floor. Roll back and up. Exhale, fold forward. Nice. Hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Lift to the right leg, bend the knees, stack the hips. Maybe another flip dog if you've got it in you. Right leg high. Right foot steps forward. Drop the left knee, find your lizard. Right hand to the knee, take a twist to your right, push the knee away from you. Maybe reach back and grab the foot of the left leg with the right hand. Good, release. And take your half pigeon. Bend the right knee. Slide the left leg back. Fold forward. Stretching the right hip. 5 breaths. Long breaths. One more breath. Press your hands into the mat. Lift your heart. Roll into the right hip and sweep the left leg around, left leg Janu Shavasana. So bring the right foot into the inner thigh. Squeeze the quads of the left leg. Lift your heel off the mat. Reach for the left foot. Bend the elbows. And fold forward. Again, if you feel your Janu Shavasana, your toes are pointing forward, your spine is rounding, you're really doing nothing good for your body. Okay, so try to lift the chest. Chest comes forward using the strap, and bring the toes forward. Squeeze the quads. You feel like a little space underneath the heel. And start by bringing the chest forward and like the roof of the mouth, if not the crown of the head. Good. Bend your both knees. Downward dog. Left leg, lift high, bend the knees, stack the hips. If you'd like another flip dog, go for it. Mindful of that right shoulder. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, left foot forward, outside the two knees and outside the two hands, excuse me. And drop the right knee. And take your twist left. Maybe grab your foot. Toe heel your left foot across and find your half pigeon. Inhale, lift your heart, stretch the right leg back. Exhale, fold forward. Take one more breath. Hands to the mat, lift your heart away. Roll into the left hip and bring the right leg forward. Janu Shavasana. Extended hand to foot. It actually translates as forehead to knee. but you have to open up your spine first before you get your forehead to your knee in a safe place with these quads engaged. And there's so many things that you learn along the path of your yoga practice. So again, you can take the strap over the ball of the foot, squeeze your quads, push the knee down, yeah? No space under the knee, and you feel that heel lift up. Start by lengthening the spine upwards, bend your elbows, bring the chest forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend, pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Maybe grab that foot. Once your rib cage touches the thigh, tuck your chin to your chest. Pull the belly in, forehead to knee, elbows down to the mat, outside of the leg. So good. Rise up and release. Okay. Take a Paschimottanasana to stretch the legs one more time. Get your sits bones out from underneath you. Try to avoid this kind of sitting, yeah? Okay, sits bones down, tailbone behind you. Lift your heart, push your knees down, flex your feet. Once again, take the strap under the ball of the feet. 10 toes facing away, not like a taco-shaped foot, like a V. 10 toes facing away from you. But turn the toes in, so the soles of the feet facing away and the toes come in towards the nose. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold and pull. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Keep pulling that chest forward, shoulders away from the ears. Pull, stretch, pull. Good, release. Open up front side body with a little fish pose, hands underneath your hips, palms facing down, drop down to your elbows. Lift your heart, push the elbows into the mat, drop your head back. No need to touch the floor unless you really can. Just lift your heart, point your toes, open the throat. And slowly rise up and lower down to your back, nice and slow. Hug your knees to your chest and take a little twist. Knees to the right, eye gaze to the left. Bring your knees back to center and then over to the left. Running out of room. Come back to center. And Shavasana. Allow your body to settle into the mat, get heavy. Feel your heels heavy into the mat and allow the toes to turn out to the sides. Relax your legs, your calves, your knees, your thighs. Relax your hips and pelvis. Take a deep breath and fill up the belly. Exhale through the mouth, side out, let it go. Feel the ribcage expand and contract with your breath. Feel the space of the heart that has been opened with our practice and our breath. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands. And then take another breath in. And feel your spine and all your back muscles get heavy into the mat. Relax your face, your jaw, your cheekbones, your eyes. Your whole body is relaxed. You're in Shavasana. Take about 3 more breaths here. And start to wiggle fingers and toes. Roll the wrists, the ankles. Bend your knees, walk your feet to your hips and give yourself a hug, one or both knees. And pick a side to roll to and take a moment on your side. And then push yourself up to a seat. And we'll seal our practice. Find your tall seat. Hands at heart center. The spirit, the light, and the love in me honors the spirit, light, and love in you. Thank you for taking the time to share your practice with me. Namaste. Thanks, yogis. See you again soon. Next will be a yin practice in the next couple days or so. Thank you all for subscribing. Again, any questions or further tutorials or instructions, just send me a message. All right. Thank you all.